Ok, gente, ok. Realmente tengo miedo, gente.
Corre poco yo es...
¡Ah! ¡Ah! ¿Se fue?
Is that breathing? Chica in the kitchen?
I've been roaming around, always looking down at all I see.
Why are you always watching me, creep? Ah, you fuck! Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Bedtime. You son of a bitch!
Milyen nightmare cupcake? Milyen cupcake? Mi az, hogy cupcake? Milyen muffin? Honnan jött a sütemény ember? Mi az, hogy cupcake? Már megint a hülyeség. Eddig nem volt ilyen cupcake. Most honnan jött a süti ember? Hát idegesítetek itt a hülyeséggel. Mi az, hogy cupcake? Hát tudod ki cupcake? A szemed alá kapsz te mindjárt egy kéket? Hogy cupcake? Azt mondja, hogy cupcake. A csikának a társa a cupcake. Hát beszarok, már a foxynak ott van a mangel, a csika meg már a cupcake-kel jön. Hát persze, hát hogyne. Ott mögöttem a Freddy, az olyan orgiát tart, hogy 8-asával születnek a mackók másodpercenként, szembe a foxy keresi a mangelt, az jobbról meg a csika jön a cupcake-kel, bazd meg. A Bonnie az kit fog magával hozni? A Beatles? Vagy mi a fasz?
Five Nights at Freddy's 4 is definitely the scariest game out of the series.
Oh my god!
So today, I will be earning all of the trophies for Five Nights at Freddy's 4, which require me to beat every night, including the infamous 420 mode. The biggest difference with Five Nights at Freddy's 4 compared to the other games is that there's no power at all. You're a kid that sits in the bedroom all night fighting off monsters, and you're basically having a schizophrenic episode. After loading into Night 1 and learning a couple minutes of the game, I assumed Night 1 was going to be easy like every other Five Nights at Freddy's game. Because let's be honest here, the first night is never that bad.
It's only night 1!
Jesus Christ. The thing about Five Nights at Freddy's 4 is that it heavily relies on audio. But since the console port of FNAF 4 is so bad, you can barely hear anything, which usually results in this. Oh my god! There wasn't a strategy that I followed for night 1, my goal was just to survive. So after attempting the night again, I got lucky, and I got my first trophy. Okay, there we go. One Night at Freddy's. Beat the first night. That wasn't even that hard.
Stop the cap.
With night 1 finally out of the way, I move on to Fun with Plush Trap, which is one of the 2 mini games I need to complete for this trophy. For the first mini game, I need to flash Springtrap at the correct time so he lands on the X in the middle of the room. But since I suck, I failed the mini game, which means it was time for night 2. My biggest problem I had with night 2 was being patient. When you go to one of your doors to check for Bonnie or Chica, you want to wait at least 4 seconds to listen for a breathing sound. When you know an animatronic is at the door, you then need to close the door and keep it closed for about 5 to 8 seconds until they go away. But I never waited. I would instantly flash the hallway. While suffering on night 2, it came to my surprise that there were 2 more animatronics I had to worry about. Freddy, who was on my bed behind me, and Foxy, who was in my closet. But I had no clue to keep him out. I'll explain later how I kept him out of my closet in the harder nights. For the rest of night 2, I would die and die and die until I formulated a plan that would be insanely good for the rest of the main nights. The strategy went like this. I would check the left door for Bonnie, the right door for Chica. I would then turn around and flash the Freddy behind me. Foxy would then get into my closet and I would repeat these steps but add in 1 extra step. When Foxy got into my closet, I would make sure to go to his closet, hold it shut for 6 seconds, and then flash Freddy. When Foxy's in the closet, you really need to prioritize him over Freddy, so I made sure to do that. And after an hour of suffering on night 2, this happened. Finally! Oh, that was so tough, and it was only the second night. Oh, we finally...
Here's my ranking of all the animatronics from Five Nights at Freddy's 4. Last is Nightmare Balloon Boy. I hate him. 11th is Jacko Bonnie. He's just super boring. 10th is Jacko Chica. I love her pumpkin. 9th is Nightmare Chica. Her mouth is so big she just looks silly. 8th is Nightmare Freddy. He has to be one of the worst Freddy designs. 7th is Nightmare. I was terrified of this guy as a kid. 6th is Plush Trap. This little guy's up to no good for sure. 5th is Nightmare Foxy. He still has an overly creepy design, but his tongue is evil. 4th is Nightmare Bonnie. He's the best of the main nightmares. He just looks so scary. 3rd is Nightmare Mangle. They're one of the only ones that the nightmare teeth actually work on, and they look terrifying. 2nd is Nightmare Fredbear. He's giant, and his stomach could literally eat me alive. 1st is Nightmare Annette. This thing looks more like my sleep paralysis demon than a Fortnite at Freddy's character. Its fingers are just so creepy.
How to beat Nights of God in 5 Nights at Freddy's 4. In the game you will hear 2 different tones of footsteps. The high pitch and running is Foxy trying to sneak into the room and get into the closet. The lower pitch stomping for the other animatronics such as Bonnie, Chica, and possibly Freddy. When you get to the door, don't turn on the flashlight yet. Listen, and if you hear heavy breathing, then shut the door till you hear footsteps walk away, then flash the light. If you hear little screams, those are the annoying NPC behind you on the bed. You just flash the light and they go away. When Foxy gets into the closet, you must go up to it and flash the light, then quickly shut the door just like shown. Wait till there is just a plush of Foxy, then leave. As the nights go by, the less time you have to reach the animatronics. Good luck.
You know, you just need to relax and stop overreacting.
Murdered this man.
Yes,
You tortured him.
of course.